Hello. Today I want to talk to you about disappointment and the concept of one door closes, another one opens. I quite often say that the wrong way around, by the way, but this time I got it right. I had to think about it for a second though. So when something happens that really lets you down and you feel all hope is lost, the way to come back from it. So I applied to do a TEDx talk in Dundee. I applied last year in Aberdeen to do a TEDx talk, and whilst they liked my theme, it didn't match with the theme of the talk. So, TEDx is a hosted event which is videoed and recorded and put on the TED website. And if you've never come across TED, there's some great talks, really inspirational stuff on there. And TEDx talks go on the TED website, even though they're hosted by privately organised and funded places. So Dundee set up to do a TEDx talk. It didn't do it last year. It was Aberdeen last year. I didn't get into Aberdeen's last year because my speech wasn't on theme with the theme of their talk. They usually have themes. The theme for Dundee was make a difference. So I applied, thinking this is it. This is a perfect chance for me. The date is May the 23rd, 2015. Just in case you're watching this video a while back. And that's perfect. I have a court case on the 18th, and it was something to look forward to. I sent them a video of my book launch in Waterstones in Dundee, knowing that I did a pretty good job of communicating what I was wanting to talk about, and people laughed, and so they'd be able to see that I could provide an opportunity for an entertaining speaker. It's one of the things I do. It's one of the things I've always done pretty well. So I applied, and then the first thing that came out was, here are the speakers. And there were 4 speakers, all professors from Dundee University. So I went back to the organisers who were students and went, bit weird that you were asking for people to nominate themselves for speakers when you've given the post to 4 professors from the university. And they said, oh, no, we've still got self-nomination slots available. So I thought, okay, I went from being gutted to, okay, there's still hope. And then a few days later, I got an email saying, thanks for your application, you didn't get the speaking gig. And the reason given was it was really hard to choose when there were so few slots available. Not really a reason. And also, well, there were so few slots available because you chose professors from Dundee University. So why bother asking anybody else? Anyway, I was gutted, absolutely gutted, because for me, I saw this as the way forward. My longer term vision is that I will travel the world doing speaking engagements and getting paid to do speaking engagements. I'd like to be in Stanford University and Harvard University doing talks about the caveman rules. Entirely possible, and it's on the longer path. And I'll be doing therapy and talks and workshops and all that stuff, and it'll be fabulous, and I'm really looking forward to it. And right now, I take any opportunity to do a talk I can. But the TEDx was a great way of getting easily onto a global stage. So when I got this reply back from them, I was absolutely gutted. And I sank, honestly, right down to the floor. Gave up. It was like, oh, what's the point? Nothing ever works out for me. You know the way you do when something goes wrong? The whole world's against me, blah, 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 this would be perfect. And yet, in a small corner of my mind, there was a part of me saying, yeah, but you're not ready for this yet. Not ready because I'm still battling the way I look physically because of all the stuff that's going on with the court case. Not ready because it was going to be a couple of days after what's going to be one of the most harrowing times of my life. And there's a part of me that was almost relieved because this video that could go out to hundreds of thousands of people across the world, I didn't want the external me to look the way I did. The internal me has changed so much, the external me hasn't caught up yet. And it's my plan with the Loch Ness Marathon and everything like that to catch up, but I'm not ready yet. And then a friend, when I posted on my Facebook, a friend made a comment. I'm going to read it out to you because it was just perfect. And thank you, Joanna, because it shifted my perspective, and sometimes that's all you need. Next time, Dawn, and at a bigger event. I feel like your work will be even stronger in the next few months, so this just wasn't your opportunity. Too small and not enough impact. And you know how sometimes when you get knocked by something, people say things, but they're platitudes, and it doesn't. You kind of like, yeah, whatever. That's very nice of you to say so. But this struck a chord because this was exactly it. Yeah, this is just their loss, not mine. I know I can entertain an audience. so I can add to any venue with speakers. So, wasn't the right time, and I'm not in the right place. But it will happen. These speaking events are up and down the country, and when it does happen, I suspect I won't have to knock somebody's door down to get in there. I will be invited to do it. So thank you, Joanna, and let this be a lesson for all of us, me included, that when one door closes, there's usually another one waiting to open that you haven't seen yet. And behind that door is something way better.